is 9 a.m., the 30th day of December 2019. Marion County Commissioners Court meeting, the Courthouse Annex. Today present is myself, County Judge Leeward LaFleur, Commissioner Precinct 1, J.R. Ashley, Commissioner Precinct 2, Joe McKnight, Commissioner Precinct 3, Glenn Dura, and Commissioner Precinct 4, Mr. Charlie Treadwell. This meeting was posted with Miss Vicki Smith, County Clerk, on December the 27th, 2019 at 8:28 a.m. We're going to skip down to item number 3. Consider for approval, Marion County Appraisal District to hire Greer, Hers, and Adams, LLP of Galveston to represent the Marion Central Appraisal District. Stan's here to kind of go over this with us, let us know what's happening with this thing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I did prepare a few numbers to share with you. Our board of directors took this matter up at our last meeting in December and voted to hire the firm that is listed here. They will be representing us in a case that was brought against Marion Central Appraisal District for the values on our properties on the mid-coast pipelines. There are 3 parcels involved, and just for a little bit of background information and quickly, last year, the tax year 2018, the values that were placed and found to be correct on the 3 parcels was $9,028,750. Those were not challenged, as well as I know. They went through during the year 2018 to the first few months of 2019, sometime in that time period. This was Enbridge last year. It was sold to a hedge fund under the name of Midcoast LLP. And this year the value that our mineral industrial firm set on these values, the noticed values was $10,623,690. The ARB, after a challenge from Midcoast, who was asking for a value of $2.6 million. The ARB set the values at $8,709,800. They were not satisfied with that. They are still going after $2.5 million, basically $2.6 million. So they filed a lawsuit against us to challenge these values. And it's not just against Marion Central Appraisal District. They filed against, I believe it's some 19 different cabs, and involves billions of dollars of value, not just millions like it is here. The tax amounts, which I want to share with you, last year, this same 3 parcels, the taxes on it, would have been around $50,561. The noticed value this year, the taxes would have been $61,617. With the ARB setting the value at $8.7 million, the taxes will be approximately $50,516. But if this company prevails at court, the taxes will drop to $14,829. So from $61,000 to $15,000, that's quite a drop. It's not a drop that we felt like was something that Marion County can sustain. So we chose to go to answer, well, once you're sued, you answer a lawsuit. But we're choosing to continue with this battle to try to keep our value where we believe the value is. And right now, there are 11 other appraisal districts have chosen to hire the same firm out of Galveston to represent us. Our typical law firm for any lawsuits that we are challenged, our values are challenged with, is the Purdue law firm, who also does part of the tax collections in Marion County. I believe, is that correct, Karen?
Yes.
They do part of the tax collection suits. They did not feel like they had the breadth and width to take this lawsuit on, because it's going to require expert witnesses. It's going to take a lot of time. They litigate some cases. This particular case, they chose not to litigate. And an attorney who works on our information came to our board meeting and presented the reasons why to our board of directors, and after that executive session, they chose to hire the Greer firm. And if you're concerned about possibly, since this is a big name law firm out of Galveston that handles these types of lawsuits that involve expert witnesses, refinery cases, pipelines like we have right here, being a lot, if you're concerned that they charge a lot more than what Purdue would have charged us, starting January 1st, our Purdue hourly rates are going to $215 per hour for attorney's fees, and the Greer firm is charging $225. That's $10 an hour more. So that's not a big difference for what we're gaining in expertise to fight this type of lawsuit. Paralegals, starting January 1st with Purdue, will be $95 an hour. The Greer firm charges $100 for their paralegals. So what it's actually going to end up costing us is not much more. The reason we chose to go with this particular firm, it appears that they have the majority of the appraisal districts who are being sued in this case. And by that fact, by joining with other appraisal districts that are using the same firm, we're hoping to reduce or at least keep our cost as low as possible for expert witnesses that they have to hire, for any research that they have to do to fight this lawsuit. We will share in that cost rather than it being entirely our cost if we went with a different firm. And this is not something, when you're sitting at your desk in the sheriff's department or someone else shows up across this server and serves you with something that's on a value lawsuit, it's not something you look forward to. It is part of the job. It is part of doing business and the type of business we're in. We will have these lawsuits from time to time. Sometimes they're not as involved. They don't involve as much dollar amount. They don't involve as much need for expert witnesses and so forth. But it happens. It's going to happen as long as there are values placed on other people's properties and they want to reduce their obligation for tax payment as low as they possibly can. Understand that, but I also understand that I believe this value is correct, and we will be trying to hold that value for our counties.
What was their reason for, they found to have a reason that they wanted it to just be, that they felt like it was only value was only $2 million. Was it age of the pipeline or?
They don't really have to give a real good reason as to why they think that. The main point here is the company who had this company for a number of years was okay with that value last year.
Enbridge, yeah.
A hedge fund came in and bought it, and they're trying to get the value just as low as they possibly can.
A lot of difference, 10.6 and 2 million.
Yes, it is.
And Enbridge never.
Yeah, they did not.
They never questioned. Enbridge never questioned.
No, not to this point anyway. They may have informally talked to Pritchard and Abbott or Wardlaw about the value, but there was not any lawsuits filed over it. Y'all have any other questions? I mean, this is not something I would have said, hey, sue me. It's just never fun. And it's costly, but it's, when you look at the dollar amounts from $60,000 tax collection to $14,000, you've got to fight. And you know, we can't just say, well, let's see where we can meet. If we do that, we invite everybody else with any amount of value whatsoever to come in and think, well, they'll just roll over and play dead. So
That's 61,000 you're talking about, that's total, that's school, county, everything.
that's the county's part.
That's the county's part, okay.
Yeah, the total amount is around 150,000. But I calculated your part because I knew that was what you would be most interested in, is what it means to you
Okay.
if we don't prevail.
Okay.
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, if you'll keep us informed
I will.
as things go on.
As things go along, that's part of the reason why I sent you the email,
Thank you very much.
to keep you on top of this. So hopefully we'll settle it soon. It won't be like the compressor lawsuit that finished up this last year.
You're right.
Thank y'all.
All right, thank you. No action taken on item number 3. We'll skip back up to item number 1, the consent agenda.
I bet it ain't settled soon.
No.
Check your volume.
I gotta get out.
Start talking about $60,000, Joe got to start shedding his coat.
There's a mistake on the minutes. Was Lex Jones here presiding?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You got, yours says it, mine don't.
I don't know.
The one I signed
The
says
one
got my name
for
on it.
December the 9th, 2019 says all members
November the
present.
25th, 2019?
No, we're approving December the 9th meeting.
Well, still.
Where'd that come from?
I don't
It says December the, November the 25th.
You had this stashed in there for a while.
That's just a month ago.
They said it said 2019.
Huh?
What meeting are you talking about that you say
The
that says
25th
Lex?
of November.
I'll go back and check that one. No, this is labor.
So it would have been like the last time. That would have been the last time.
$60,000,
Joe,
Get this roof, which is $200 longer, please.
Yep.
Somewhere in there.
I do want to make mention, I know it's under the consent agenda item, that we did get approval from the Texas Secretary of State for the countywide polling places. So that will go into effect with the March primary.
For all that we asked for, or just, did we get all of them that we requested, or was it 2? We did get this done.
the first time we dropped to 7.
Yeah,
The first,
step one.
first year we go to 7, then after the election, then we'll have to submit more paperwork to get approved for successful status. And if we get approved for that, then we can drop down to 5.
But at this point, we're at 7. is that
We'll be at
correct? That's
7.
what I was thinking.
Will you do it the next year?
Drop down to 5?
Yeah.
If we get approved for successful status, yes.
Okay.
Well, we have to vote on that, Vicky? Or is it okay, we've already done that?
No, I just wanted the letter of approval entered into the minutes of the meeting, so it'll always be here in case anybody ever wants to look for it later
Gotcha.
down the road.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner McKnight, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, tax assessor collector to present pursuant to Texas Property Tax Code 6.23, annual reporting of completed continuing education for the year 2019.
Basically, when they changed my requirements for my education, I have to present this every December. And it basically just says that the Texas Property Tax Code 6.231 requires that I complete 20 hours of continuing education, and 10 hours must be in laws. And I'm filing for
34.
34, and I carry over 10, and unfortunately, they wanted to get those out, so they still have a few hours that they've got to add, but I've successfully completed the requirement.
Motion to approve tax assessor collector to pursuant to tax property code 6.23, the annual reporting of completed continuation hours for 2019.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashley, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, consider approval of salary ranges of employees for the year 2020.
So Shannon, these are basically the same except for the little $300 increase that some of them get.
Yes, the $300 is in here. This is what's in the budget, what we approved during the budget process.
Okay. No questions, I'm fixing to make this motion. Ready? Motion to approve salary ranges for employees for 2020.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner McKnight, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, consider approval end-of-year transfers, amendments as presented by the auditor.
Okay, you have those in your packet if you want to look at them, if you have any questions. I did put, over on, the road and bridge, which is the 5th page in your front and back, so. I did, like we talked about last year and y'all talked about during the year, if you had any extra you wanted to transfer to self-insurance, to save, because we haven't been putting that in the budget, to save to purchase equipment and stuff if you need something in the future. So you can see, I had some for precinct 1, precinct 2, and precinct 3, I think. Sorry, Charlie, you bought so much road oil, I didn't. You didn't have anything left. But if y'all can, if you're okay with that, I'll go ahead and make the transfer, or I can lower it down if you don't want to transfer over that much.
Transfer.
I'm good.
Yeah. Motion to approve end-of-year transfers, amendments as presented by auditor.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashley, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, consider approval of mileage reimbursement rate for 2020.
Okay, you guys may want to pass on this, or you may just want to set Last year, the amount was 58 cents, and so we did 57 and a half. The IRS rate is not out yet. Are we 57? Okay, 57, sorry, I thought we were 57 and a half. The rate is not published yet, so we can keep paying what we're paying right now until the next meeting when they publish it, but I went on right before court, it's still not out there.
Let's pass it.
Okay, so I'll continue to pay what our current rate is until I get notice of that and we put it on the next agenda.
Motion to pass by Commissioner Treadwell,
Second.
second by Commissioner Ashley. Item number 6 is passed.
Aye.
All in favor? Any opposed? Item number 7, consider approval of QT Pod M3000 self-service terminal service option for 2020.
Okay, this is for the airport fueling system. We've done this for a couple of years now. I talked to Mr. McKinnon about it. We've been doing the platinum level, and he asked that we would do that again for next year.
This is where people buy fuel with their car.
Yes, so they can use their card. And we have had a few situations where we've had to have them come out where we had some issues with the card, so he asked if we could keep doing the platinum level.
Motion for approval of QT Pod M3000 self-service terminal service option for 2020.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 8, award the indigent attorney contracts for 2020.
I don't know what happened to my throat, y'all, sorry. I think I put copies of the applications in your packets. We only had 2, one from Finstrom and one from Tim Carricker. I hope I said that right. And so those are in your packets today, and they both offered to do half of it for the current price what we're paying right now.
So don't increase it. Motion to approve indigent defense contracts for 2020.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, consider approval of Westlaw Proflex agreement as part of their migration to a new platform. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
That's Mr. Carey.
That's Mr. Carey.
The guy that he was gonna be here in case y'all had any questions.
I was gonna stay so we can sign the contract.
Do you want me to stop him?
Let me get it.
I
Grab
think
it.
it's one of Angie's office, see if he's still out there.
Our marshal. Nesbit. Yes, sir. He's probably in Angie's office. All right, item number 9, consider approval, Westlaw Proflex agreement as part of their migration to a new platform.
Okay, this was approved, I think it was in March. Let's see. Yes, we approved the new contract in March. It's for 36 months with a 3% increase. And so they're going to a new platform, so it's under the same contract. It'll still be just part of the 36 months. But it did go ahead and go up the 3% for next year. So I just wanted to present it to court to be signed since we presented the last one in court.
It went up 3%?
Sir?
Did you say it went up 3%?
Yes, that was their amount that was in the contract we signed, and so for next year, it'll go up to 3%.
Okay.
But since we had the original one on the agenda, I wanted to present this and get it back in the minutes.
Motion approval of Westlaw Proflex agreement as part of the migration to a new platform. Second.
And that'll be signed by the judge.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell,
On the
second.
signature of the county judge.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashley. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10, consider approval of hiring J.P. Abernathy as a consultant for the courthouse restoration project.
Motion to approve hiring of J.P.
Whoa. Question.
Yes.
How much money?
$250 a week, is that correct?
I believe it's in the package.
For how long?
That's what I was looking for.
I was looking for it.
That ain't in here. It's $250 a week
For how many months?
till we no longer need him.
Courthouse is supposed to be completed in October.
Courthouse is scheduled to be completed the 15th day of October.
And he says he's gonna do it.
So we're looking at around.
He's
10,000.
ahead now.
Yeah, he's
He's
finished.
ahead of schedule.
Yeah, he's gonna finish the schedule.
That's a good change behind anyway.
Of course, we haven't got into really winter yet.
No.
You know, we were talking about a couple of months ago about the security system for the courthouse that was gonna cost $23,000. Did we not apply that 10,000 toward that 23,000?
Well, I won't question that. I mean, what are you talking about security? I mean, we approved the cameras,
Right?
every camera that was requested. What else?
The only thing I get concerned about is I know a few years ago, they made us put that metal detector down there. We had to add an extra $45,000 a year. My concern is if they make us do this, it may take more than that $23,000 to upgrade our security system. That's,
I mean,
We didn't buy the metal detector, it was new, did it?
yeah, we didn't have to pay
Metal
for it.
detector and x-ray machine.
but the salary for the employee, I mean, that's,
Yeah, it's on the same salary for the employee.
okay.
So I kinda counted, I don't know, but if you just go by weeks, quickly, it looks like it could possibly be 42 weeks if you go from January to October. So that'd be $10,500.
Well, my concern is, I mean, if we've got anybody that's capable of overseeing our best interest, I'm okay with it, but you need to step forward,
Right, oh, I agree with that, I'm not disputing.
cause we don't have right now.
I don't know, I guess it's, I've been over there and visited with the guy several times, and it's courthouse number 6, and I just felt like he was capable of doing it, and
I think the guy is a very good contractor. I think he's very on the up and up. But you're still a contractor with nobody looking after you. I mean, that's my concern, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't do this for $10,000. I think it's a cheap price.
okay.
I mean, if we have somebody that's capable of looking after the county's interest, I'm okay with saying, hey, let's don't do this. But we gotta have somebody first. I'm sure not.
I don't mind going over there a few times a month or something, but
But when it gets past building a duck blind or a deer stand, you're past me.
I guess my concern was that I felt like the money could be better spent towards security
I mean, what are we talking about security? We've supplied everything.
Those cards in the doors.
Okay, I got a question then.
Okay.
What's the difference in a locked door whether it's electronically locked or manually locked by the bumper pads? It's
Well,
still a locked door.
But yeah, I think about the district attorney and everybody having to go in and out of the, beside the jurors and everything, and not having to bypass them and come and go as they please.
I'm not over security, but I don't think there's any way you can secure a building without having one exit and one entrance. And if you have a card, you're allowing people to come in any door there is. That's not securing a building. That's my opinion.
Okay.
But we don't know if the bumper pads are gonna be approved. Kevin's checking on it.
That's true.
Any more discussion? Motion to approve hiring J.P. Abernathy as a consultant for courthouse renovation project.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, seconded by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 11, discuss items for courthouse restoration project. I have nothing to report.
That's, the only thing is, like we were just talking about, we do need to check with Kevin and see if he's heard anything from those locks on the doors.
I think they were looking, didn't they say at our last meeting they were gonna look at some that would work with our door, our type of door, and then they'll have to be approved by THC, and I don't know if they've gotten anything or not.
Yeah, that's what he was gonna get hold of them, instead of having the long bars, it would be a short bar on the
Yeah.
side standing horizontal.
I think where he was at is looking at about 2 or 3 different options for THC to look at, instead of just saying we want to use this and they just outright flat saying no, here's 3, pick which one you like best. But I'll get with him and ask him that. Any other discussion on item number 11? No action taken. Item number 12, discuss items for jail project. Sheriff, do you have anything to report? No action taken on item number 12.
On the jail project, did we not pass our last inspection of flying
Yeah, it'll be
cars?
on the next agenda.
Our next meeting will be held January the,
Y'all haven't set those dates yet.
I've got to put it in here that we're having our next meeting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I think
oh, the next,
13th?
11.
The 11th,
The 11th is a Saturday.
I ain't coming up here on Saturday.
She's on the wrong year.
Because I was
What have you
counting
got?
the weeks and it went down.
You got it. The 13th.
Yeah, I was counting the weeks. I thought it was the 13th.
Well, that's what I
Yes.
thought, wait a minute, when I looked at that, I thought the 11th.
Our next meeting will be held January the 13th of the year 2020 at 9 a.m. right here. I expect everybody to wear a pinstripe suit and a fancy hat.
Good luck.
Count on it.
What day?
January the 13th
yeah, turn around and see.
at 9 a.m.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion to adjourn made by Commissioner Ashley, seconded by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.